2018 is a key political year. Midterm elections on the national level. Here in Nebraska, the race for governor is expected to pick up steam in the months ahead. Only on 3 tonight, I sat down with Governor Pete Ricketts to talk about the key issues in this year's legislative session. Governor, good to see you. How are you? Good. How are things?
I'm doing great. Doing great.
Governor Pete Ricketts arriving at the KMTV3 News Now studios for a half-hour one-on-one interview. At the top of the list, what's the one big issue that you'd like to see solved before this session ends?
Well, we've got to get our budget balanced, but the big bill outside of that is going to be tax relief. That's that Nebraska Property Tax Cuts and Opportunity Act. We've got to have tax relief. This bill would be able to provide tax credits for agriculture and for homeowners.
We then move to higher education. One regent has publicly stated the University of Nebraska system will receive $30 million less in state funding if the governor's mid-year cuts take effect this year and all of next, meaning two things: program cuts and tuition increases.
If you look at, in particular at the University of Nebraska, what we're talking about in their overall scheme, their $2.6 billion budget, it's less than 1% of their overall budget. And if you look at how higher education in our state has been treated over the last 10 years, there's only 5 states where higher education funding has increased, and Nebraska, even adjusted for inflation, and Nebraska is one of those states.
To the issue that has people all over Omaha talking, the proposal to hike the speed limit from 75 to 80 miles an hour on I-80 between Omaha and Lincoln. What would you say to somebody that says people already speed on that stretch, and an 80-mile-an-hour limit means people will drive 90, and there will be lives lost?
Well, I think, again, you look at various states, and where, for example, you have had traffic enforcement in some states where they've raised their speed limits, they've actually seen traffic fatalities go down. So, I mean, I think it gets back to how do we do it? We got to do it with using good engineering practices, making sure we're keeping in mind safety. To see more issues that I discussed with the governor, go to 3newsnow.com.